wins big in historic Bangladesh parliamentary election. Details of these and more after this break. You're welcome back. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili with the news. Politics in River State has taken another dramatic turn, and this time, the governor has pushed the reset button just days after fresh talks of peace in the long-running political crisis. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has dissolved the State Executive Council. The decision was announced on Thursday in a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Onwoka Nzeshi. Governor Fubara directed all commissioners and special advisors to hand over to the permanent secretaries or the most senior officers in their respective ministries with immediate effect. He appreciated the outgoing members of the Executive Council for their service to the state and wished them well in their future endeavors. The dissolution came 48 hours after the FCT Minister confirmed reconciliation effort aimed at resolving the protracted political crisis in the state. While reacting to the development, President of the Rivers Youth Agenda, Dr. Buduka Walioba, welcomed the dissolution, describing it as long overdue. He said the move reflects the expectations of the people, especially after the Supreme Court judgment. Walioba advised the governor to submit names of qualified persons to the House of Assembly for screening so governance in the state can move forward.
The governor's resolution of the cabinet is a welcome development, but I think is long overdue. If the governor has listened to judgment of the Supreme Court, I think he would have recorded more peace in the state. But one would appeal that the right thing should be done. This is the time to do the needful by submitting the names properly to the State House Assembly, proper screening of the cabinet members. River State has suffered a setback, and as such, we want to appeal that the normalcy should be a thing that have come to stay.
And let's shift attention now to the coming by-elections in River State. With 8 days to by-elections in River State, the Independent National Electoral Commission says it is fully prepared to conduct free and credible polls. The resident electoral commissioner, Professor Gabriel Yomere, gave the assurance during a meeting of security agencies at INEC's office in Port Harcourt. He confirmed that 12 candidates have been cleared to contest the elections scheduled for next Saturday.
The nomination form and the list of candidates that will participate in this election were received by us, and we have made them also public. In this context, it is of interest to tell the public that 12 candidates are participating in this election, drawn from 7 parties. Out of these 12 candidates, 7 are participating in Aoda East 2 constituency, and 5 candidates are participating in Kana 2 constituency.
Respondents to Yoruware report that the resident electoral commissioner also confirmed that the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS) devices to be deployed for the elections are ready for use. Now, while politics plays out at the polls, the court are delivering justice in a case that once shook River State. A state high court in Port Harcourt has convicted sentenced to death by hanging 4 out of 13 individuals standing trial over the killing of the former divisional police officer of the East Police Division, SP Bako Ambashin. The court, presided over by Justice Seka Abrioko, also convicted and sentenced the 6th defendant, Samuel Wadema, to 3 years imprisonment for conspiracy, while the third accused was discharged and acquitted of the 4 counts of conspiracy, murder, membership of secret cult group, and robbery. Justice Abrioko, in his judgment, also discharged famous Ifechukwu, Samuel Uchendu, Onyekachi Ikowa, God bless Nnamdi, and Marshall Daniel, the 9th to 13th defendants who were earlier found guilty of membership in a secret cult group. The court, however, held that the prosecution proved beyond reasonable doubt the charges of conspiracy, murder, membership of a secret cult, and robbery against 4 other convicted persons, including a native doctor who allegedly prepared the charm used in the killing of the former Ahoi East Divisional Police officer. SP Ambashim was killed in September 2023 when his team was ambushed after an operation. Following the killing, Governor Fubara placed a 100 million naira bounty on the suspected gang leader, Gift Obara, also known as Tubaba. Obara was later killed during a joint security operation in February 2024, while more suspects were arrested in June 2025. And now, reacting to this, the Eze Beyelobo III of Beyeland, His Imperial Majesty, Dr. Kelvin Ngozi Anugo, said the conviction of those responsible for the death of SB Bako Ambashim shows the commitment of the judiciary to the rule of law. In a statement, Anugo described SB Ambashim as a fearless and diligent officer whose brutal killing shook them to the core. He said they have found solace in the knowledge that justice has been served. He commended the effort of the police, the prosecution, and the judiciary for ensuring that those responsible face the full weight of the law. He also said the verdict may have brought closure to the family of the deceased and serve as a deterrent to would-be perpetrators. He assured the people of Ekpeye ethnic nationality and other residents that Ekpeye traditional institutions will work with security agencies and other relevant agencies of government to ensure that Ekpeye, under their watch, is safe and secure. And now, even as justice is served in court, crime continues to threaten lives on the street. The Rivers State Police Command has arrested 2 suspected armed robbers in Port Harcourt for allegedly luring young women via hookup apps to hotel rooms. The suspects, 27-year-old Albert Koko Ete Hansen and 18-year-old Wisdom Okon from Abak in Akwa Ibom State, reportedly targeted women they thought were financially well off and tried to extort money from them. The scheme was uncovered when one victim raised the alarm through her friends, prompting hotel security to step in and rescue her. One of the victims, identified as Faith, said she met another young woman tied and locked inside the toilet when she arrived at the hotel room.
The nomination form and the list of candidates.
One of them went downstairs to bring the other 3rd victim, which he has arranged with her, that were also lodged in that same hotel. These 2 of her friends came to our rescue, and that was when the staffs of the hotel were alerted that there was a robbery and kidnapping case going on in the hotel. So we were rescued. I was the last person to be rescued. My hands were finally on. Blindfolds were taken off. That was how they took us all to the police station. Further justice to be served.
The prime suspect, Albert Kokoete, confessed to the crime.
Let's say like 5 or 6, probably 6 years, because I've been doing this for a long time. Since last year. I've been doing this since 2025, so it's last year.
Since last year?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
How much was your proceeds so far? How much have you made?
There's a particular lady, there were like 4 of them combination, which I made 80 million naira from the 4 of them, which their phones, iPhone 15 Pro Max, straight up with their jewelries. Apart from that, I've been making 2, 3, 1 million from the other ones.
Correspondent Mekotoka reports that the police spokesperson Grace Iringe Koko is now warning young women to be cautious online.
A case was reported on the 21st of January 2026 where a youth with his accomplice, they went to a luxurious hotel, and their modus of operandi is they will invite these girls via social media, engage girls, they will invite them to call And they say their aim of specialties, they need a sophisticated girls that have good hairs, the girl that has phone from iPhone 15. That's the kind of girls they are looking for. They go from iPhone 15 and above. And if you're not using the kind of quality of phone from that iPhone 13 to 16, 17, they don't need you.
Well, in another development, the family of the late Nchilem Festus has cried out for justice following his killing in Igruta community, Ikwere local government area of River State. Correspondent Emekotoka visited the family at Omolo community in Muonyili, Igruta, where he met with his father, Festus Ifechukwu, who described the deceased as his only son and the breadwinner of the family. Said the pain of the loss is unbearable. His sister also demanded that those responsible be arrested and punished.
About 2 p.m. in the night, while I received the call, say my son don't die. I was marveled. Only son, I need help. Government to help me.
Government should help us in this matter. He's everything in my family. He is my mother, he is my father. Sometimes if I don't have any money, I don't have anything, I will call my brother. My father had an accident. I know how much my brother spent. My younger sister is in school. I know how much my brother is spending. My brother is the breadwinner of this house. Government should help us and do something. These people that killed my brother shouldn't go for free, shouldn't go scot-free. Aboki should go, because if they remain, they're going to do more. This my brother is everything.
Angered by the killing, women in the community took to the street to demand justice for the slain man.
The Aboki killed our son, and that boy is an innocent boy. So we don't want them again. They are kidnappers. They rape our women in the farm. They do many things.
We support the decision of the shaman that bike should stop and the Aboki should leave Igruta entirely, because for years my women have been crying. We have not been eating. When we put our crops in the ground, Aboki will carry their cow and go and finish our crop. Every year we spend our money on farming, getting to uproot it and to harvest it, to train our children. Before we get to the place, we will not see anything in our farm.
Well, on Thursday, youth in the area staged a protest blocking both sides of the Igruta road and disrupting movement and business activities. Shops were shut and vehicles were unable to pass as the protesters expressed anger over the killing of the secretary of Omolo community, who was reportedly attacked by suspected Northern motorcycle riders on Tuesday night. The chairman of Ikwere local government area, Charles Wobodo, said calm has now returned and assured residents that efforts are ongoing to address the situation.
We want a peaceful atmosphere in Igruta. This place must be calm. The other ones talked about kidnap and rape that is going on in Igruta. The local government is not sleeping. We have been moving from one bush to another bush. I know many of you are not aware that we need the support of the community. One good thing that you have done here is that you didn't take the laws into your hands. I want to thank all of you that you would call the attention of government to take decision, to take proactive decision over this one, and that we are going to do. I can assure you, those who are involved in this, we will not leave it in the hands of police alone. The local government will sponsor and make sure they prosecute those people.
Till to come, Rivers launches marine ambulances for riverine remote communities. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Now, the Rivers State government has launched bold ambulance services to improve emergency medical care in riverine and hard-to-reach areas. Speaking at the launch on Thursday, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adezora, said the initiative will help ensure distance and water barriers no longer cost lives.
Today marks yet another significant step towards our shared commitment to strengthening emergency medical response services in Rivers State, particularly for our riverine and hard-to-reach communities. For too long, distance and terrain has posed serious challenges in accessing timely medical care. The deployment of the boat ambulances is a practical and strategic solution designed to bridge that gap and ensure that geography no longer determines survival.
The Vice Chairman, Global Fund Country Coordinating Mechanism, Dr. Ayo Ipimoye, spoke on behalf of partners.
I think what we are doing here today is really significant. Now, one of the problems we have had is assuring equitable access to health are the people from the hard-to-reach areas. And when we see a government like Rivers State government make significant investments and interventions to reach those who are traditionally excluded from access to health, we can just say congratulations. And as usual, Rivers State is blazing the trail. But when you see other states that
Our correspondent reports that 2 boat ambulances were presented at the launch by the River State government. Return to knowledge and research now. The University of Port Harcourt has held its 205th inaugural lecture delivered by Professor Udeme Owunari Georgewell. The lecture is titled A Tale of Old Wine in New Wineskins. Delivering her lecture, Professor Udeme explained how old drugs can be reused to treat new diseases through research and innovation.
We also evaluate anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic effects of carbohydrates. This plant is known as Otoboroboroibo, and indeed, it was found to have both anti-arthritic and blood sugar lowering effects. We studied the anti-arthritic effects of Vanilla and Medamina, which is your common bitters. We went ahead to study Moringa olifera for its anti-inflammatory effects, and we considered that indeed it had anti-inflammatory effects.
Professor Owunari Georgewell, who is also the wife of the university's chancellor, outlined some of the efforts she has made to promote research and accessibility in the fields of drug repurposing.
And I'm elated that I'm able to do this. I wear a lot of hats, and I play part in a lot of roles. Our work is everything about humanity. And so what we set out to do was to look for a cheaper alternative for the diseases that plague us. So we're looking for what is available that we can use while we are still producing new agents. Already trials are on. So we are at that level where we're about to send in our own recommendations.
The Vice Chairman, in his remarks, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Owunari Georgewell, said the presentation served as an eye-opener on the vast possibilities of existing drugs and how society can benefit from the application of such research findings.
I am so glad after becoming a professor in 2022, by 2026, he has been able to put all our work together to present to this audience. And the essence of inaugural lecture is like a public lecture. You want to tell people what you are doing, how they can benefit from the work you have been doing. And that's exactly what he did today, telling you that there are old drugs that we can change to treat new diseases. And that process is easier than for every disease. We're going to look for new drugs. Some of these old ones can solve them and can treat new diseases. It's a wonderful inaugural lecture, and I feel fulfilled as the husband of the inaugural lecture.
Still at the university, dialogue has been identified as the key to preventing a leadership crisis. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Owunari Georgewell, made the remark during a symposium organized in his honor by former and serving student union leaders of the university. The Uniport VC explained that negotiations, especially between the students' community and tertiary institutions, yield more fruit than agitations and protests.
Looking Start a university is not easy, but believe you me, it is easier if you and the students can walk the walk. And for close to 5 years now, me and the student union government leaders, we have worked the close work. The close work that has made us to understand that negotiation is better than agitation. What we are doing today is not just for me, but it's to tell people coming behind us that if you walk this path of negotiation rather than confrontation, you all will also enjoy a very peaceful, fruitful tenures in university.
On the spot, the SUG president of Uniport, Tony Wilson Amin, said the vice chancellor changed the dynamics of leadership.
Before the digital vice chancellor came in, being Professor George Abraham Muonyili, there's this rigid relationship between students and school management. But our digital vice chancellor has changed that. He's a very kind man, a loving man.
Well, Obabike, Dixon Sanimbo, Martin Zazarin Duabara, and Harmony Lawrence, who served as SUG president under Professor Wunari's administration, also spoke.
Before this time, the trend in universities, protests, agitations, but he came and he opted for negotiation as a means of resolving student matters.
The most important thing about Onari is access. Onari gives access to almost everybody. It's our prayer that God will bless him wherever he finds himself after now, and then whoever is coming to after July, I hope he emulates Onari and does even better for the betterment of all Nigerian students in the University of Port Harcourt.
Having served for almost 5 years now, and you'll be leaving as the Vice Chancellor by July, the Students' Union government leadership, both present and past, thought it wise to come together and celebrate the VC today.
This our VC is not a power tussle man. He knows where his power as Vice Chancellor ends. So he allows Student Union to operate in their own way, and he has prioritized our welfare.
Our correspondent reports that Professor Obari Gomba delivered the symposium lecture themed resolution from stations to negotiations. Uniport Postgraduate Students President Nnamdi Samwala and Dean of Student Affairs Professor Chima Nwokocha were among key stakeholders at the event. Others are Obinali Wodikom and Ifechukwu, Levi Okuru, and NAS South-South Coordinator Victor Ogechukwu Anthony. Well, at the local government level, the chairman of Ikwere Local Government Area, Charles Bobodo, says his administration is committed to providing training for youth in the area to promote self-reliance and make them productive members of society. He stated this while receiving the management of the Global Institute of Workplace Skills Training at his office in Ishiobo on Thursday. He assured that the council will starter packs for participants. Apologies for that. Where he assured that the council will provide starter packs for participants who will undergo a 3 to 4 month intensive skill acquisition program.
The federal government have decided to take the youth on training in pipeline and other side of training this time. You know that to support the youth is not necessary, you must give them money. And this time, from what they have said here, we want to see the number of persons they can take from us and we'll pay for their training. They have said within 3 or 4 months, person detained will be a professional, and we expect to send many of local government youths to go and learn handwork from them. Local government will find a starter pack for them.
Earlier, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Global Institute of Workplace Skills Training, King Isaac, said the visit was to seek partnership with the Council to train Ikwere youth in various professional skills, including pipeline welding, scaffolding, forklift operation, structural welding, track drawing, and other vocational skills.
Basically, what we are here today is on the invitation of the chairman for a partnership program between us and his administration to train Ikwere youth on different professional skills ranging from pipeline welding, scaffolding, forklift, structural welding, truck driving. Different practical skills are available that we have, so that at the end of the training they will not just need startup to start, but they can be integrated into the society and become useful to themselves.
In Oba Ebemandoni local government area, former youth president of Obogu community, Messiah Ogu, says youth empowerment remains key to development. Speaking during the official handover ceremony to his administration, Ogu said he prioritized educational advancement by supporting students through scholarship initiatives. He also explained that his administration championed youth empowerment programs, including skills acquisition and capacity building initiatives designed to reduce unemployment and promote self-reliance among youth in Obogu.
This administration has been able to achieve a number of things, not limited to that. We gave out a fully sponsored scholarship to 4 university students, a total of 110 secondary school students. Give out 5 international skills that is about to start. Everything has been taken care of and will be given an internationally recognized certificate on their various fields. We were able to do human capacity development, setting up some of our youth members, which they are enjoying.
Omogu further said he facilitated community. Ogu said he facilitated community development projects and promoted peace and unity among residents. He urged community leaders and stakeholders and the new executives to continue investing in education and youth-focused programs to secure a better future for the younger generation.
My advice to them will be, want administrations like this, want lead whoever is one patient, humility, having this here, you need to seek for advice. You don't conclude in your room or in your heart. Having collective effort, teamwork to enable you to achieve whatever that you're going for.
And now the chairman of Obiakpor Local Government Area, Dr. Gift Nwalo, has presented a proposed 2026 fiscal year budget of about 16.7 trillion naira to the Obiakpor Legislative Council. Presenting the budget tagged the Appropriation Bill of Unity, Growth and Inclusive Development. Dr. Waller described it as a product of fiscal discipline and a clear understanding of the developmental priorities of the people. Dr. Waller said the proposed budget reflects the administration's commitment to inclusive development and improved service delivery for residents of Obiakpor.
Mr. Leader, Honorable Councillors, a defining feature of the 2026 bill is its emphasis on capital development that directly reflects the priorities of our people. This project did not emerge from behind desk. Rather, it is born out of our unflinching commitment to the Obanga Arise agenda. They are the outcome of structured consultations, ward engagement, and interaction with community stakeholders across Obiakpor local government area. They represent what our people told us we need most.
Responding, the leader of the House, Rex Melia Abuchi Amadi, described the budget presentation as timely and efficient, assuring that the Legislative Council will ensure a smooth and speedy consideration of the proposal.
Local priorities of our people will ensure that we give it a speedy package. Furthermore, I want to say that on behalf of the Defense Council, I will appeal to your leadership presenting this budget very timely shows how ready and prepared you are to serve our people.
Correspondent Rejoice Amada reports that the 10-member Legislative Council also passed a vote of confidence in the chairman. On the international scene, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party won a landslide parliamentary election on Friday, securing a resounding mandate in a pivotal vote that is expected to restore political stability in the South Asian nation. The parliamentary election held on Thursday was Bangladesh's first vote since the 2024 Gen Z-driven uprising that toppled longtime Premier Sheikh Hasina. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news